Continuing on in part 2 of the Natalia Gray story, there's a family, Antoine and Cynthia Mans, who offered Natalia to come live with them after a neighbor introduced them. Natalia was just 9 at the time, allegedly, but legally 23 years old. The Mans took Natalia in as their own and eventually legally adopted her. I will always have my reservations on families that seek to foster or adopt children, but they know they struggle financially. From the outside looking in, the Mans are a savior, but their story makes me hesitant to give them any type of credit. The Mans do speak highly of Natalia in the series. They say Natalia was on her best behavior and acted nowhere near the way the Barnetts claimed she did. But in season 2, the show does raise a specific incident. Genesis Mans, who was a child that lived with the family, says that Natalia bit her when she was a baby. Genesis says that Natalia told her the incident happened when she was 10. Legally, she would have been age 24. When Antoine was asked about the incident, he says that Natalia was violent in a typical violent way like most kids are, but nothing unusual or crazy. She wasn't dangerous at all, he says. But the Mans have always raised eyebrows for me, and here's why. They became legal guardians in 2016, which would have made her 12 years old. The Mans charged Natalia $250 per month for rent. They took her food stamps and even created a GoFundMe page to have a nice vacation and to get a new van. They raised over $20,000, which I'm into of the documentary. Producers receive a phone call from Antoine Mans just 2 weeks after production wraps and 6 months after the adoption. On the phone, you hear him say, "Something ain't right with Natalia. This girl is tweaking. She said we have held her hostage and made us look like we are the enemy." Cynthia Mans says, "Natalia is stabbing her family in the back. We're done with her." Man, what a way to end season 2, right? But it says that the story will continue. Since then, Natalia has created a GoFundMe page, but I did want to say Natalia has had a very, very rough upbringing. I mean, being from orphanage to foster home to adoptive home and all these different families, I'm sure that could be very hard on her. However, there's a little bit more that hasn't been discovered that I hope we will get to see in season 3. Since she has her GoFundMe page up, she has a goal to raise $20,000. She says the money is for a new home, surgery, and her photography business. She has so far raised $11,000 and counting. To date, Natalia has taken a DNA test and it placed her at age 22 years old, which places her at age 12 when she was living on her own. Still very young and with a disability. That may be more to come. So please subscribe, like, and follow. Turn your notification bell on so you won't miss any updates.